Hey guys, this is Soup and Soda, aka Dan, or Dan, aka Soup and Soda, I guess. And I'm actually here today to do a Let's Play of Crash Bandicoot 1 on the PS1. So, meanwhile, I'll just be talking about some other stuff that's going around. Not too much about the game, but just random crap that's happening. So, we'll touch on all that. But yeah, so obviously this game is by Naughty Dog. It's a great game. Loved this game as a kid. Used to play it all the time. It was awesome. But either way, so let's actually talk. I want to actually first start about talking about the recent happenings of Hurricane Sandy and everything. I know you're probably like, oh my god, stop talking about that crap. It's over now, or whatever your stance is on the subject. But actually, it's pretty interesting because I was talking to my roommate, and we were sitting there talking about the effects of Hurricane Sandy and how it's going to affect people and how it affects the actual cities that it hit. And we were talking about the New York Marathon, which was one of the subject of controversy over the weekend. They were discussing whether or not they were going to hold the Chicago Marathon because of the fact that Sandy affected the area and everything like that, and they're wondering if it would be a good idea to hold it. And I was talking to my roommate, and this is prior to whether or not it happened. I'm not sure, I haven't checked. I was actually talking to my roommate, and wow, I almost died there. Me and him were talking, and he said that they were deciding that they didn't know, they were leaving it up to like a poll, I guess, and something like in the 30 million or something like that, that the marathon actually attracts to the state of New York, which is huge because, I mean, if you think about it, if the hurricane just hit and now they need a way to get money, it's perfect. So I mean, why even question it, you know? So the fact that they're even questioning whether or not they're going to hold the marathon, or whether or not they did hold the marathon, I'm not sure. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I think that they should just hold it either way. It's a good way to bring people together and kind of move on from it, you know. Because if everything stays the same, if no one tries to move on from what happened in the past, we're not going to go anywhere. That's essentially what I was telling him, is that if they're going to focus way too much on the fact that this huge tragedy hit and then they're never going to recover, then, you know, they never really recover. So, hate this part. Bet you I'm going to die. Yep, there we go. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm not sure if they held the marathon. If you want to tell me in the comments or whatever. Oh, damn, this box do spawn again. Alright, whatever, I'll start over here. Yeah, so, that's that. Another one of the things that we were talking about while on our car ride home on Friday from our dorm was that just the election in general, just everything that's going on with Obama and Romney and what's happening. And it actually appears that last week, Romney was having like a rally or some sort of speech in Ohio, and upon doing this speech, he told the people that were there listening to him that Jeep, which is one of the major car manufacturers in Ohio, it's mainly based in Ohio, that he was leaving Ohio, and they were mainly looking towards outsourcing and going to China, which of course Jeep automatically retaliated and posted against Romney, saying that it's not true. They are not looking to leave the United States. That is, they're actually expanding into Massachusetts, I believe is what they said. So it's helping the United States. But then Romney's campaign turned around and continued in several ads that they were leaving the United States and it was going to be soon. And yet again, Chrysler Jeep responded with, "We're not leaving, we're staying here." I don't know, they were just confused, I guess. I don't know what Romney was doing at that point. But this is something that can actually hurt Romney pretty badly. I mean, we're coming really close. It's a day now until Election Day, and it's obviously like just around the corner. We're about 12 hours away from being halfway through the voting process, so I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to win. I personally want Obama to win. I think Obama isn't as corrupt. I don't want to say corrupt because corrupt makes it sound like Romney is looking to steal money, which I don't think he is. But I do think that he is too private sector for the United States presidency. I think he's too focused on being a businessman and not enough focused on being a president. Because there's more to being a president than just making money for our country. And I always tell everyone that I talk to about the United States that we are a giant company. The United States is, in fact, a large corporation. And the fact that if Romney were to treat it as like he has treated his corporations in the past, it might not turn out as well as we think it will, because he has shut down factories, he has done things to make himself make more money that can't carry over to presidency. You can't do that on a national level without any consequences. So it just doesn't seem right. So I think that he should remain a businessman, whatever, that's all him, just do what he needs to do. Just I don't find it fit that he would be a pretty good president. I don't know. I don't really agree with it. But that's just me. So that's on that. But yeah, back to the whole Jeep and everything. Later on, GM finally responded saying, after Romney's campaign released a statement that the auto bailout was a very large mistake and just a failure altogether, in which they responded, GM this is, saying, GM, by the way, was one of the companies that was saved from this bailout that Obama's administration did. They said that the bailout was not a total failure. They were sort of appalled that he would say that it was a total failure when it did save many companies. So I mean, he's just been caught into a net of lies, I guess, and it's nothing different. I'm surprised anyone hasn't caught him before. I mean, he just seems like he lies about a lot of what he says. He always changes his story about everything. It's like I'm getting one up and then I fell the next one and then I fall again. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, good. But yeah, it just seems it's shady. That's all I have to say about that. It just seems shady. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it turns out. If he does become president, all more power to him. Good. Whatever. I hope that he doesn't mess up. I hope he doesn't turn America into a giant waste of a economic failure. You know. Yes, we're in a terrible economy right now, but it's not Obama's fault. That's what we have to remember in this, is that you shouldn't vote because you didn't gain any personal gain from Obama's administration. You should vote because you need to fix the United States and we need to set it up for the future. It can't just be, well, instant gratification and what's happening right now. You gotta be worried about what happens in the future. If we're not, then I don't really know what we're going to be setting up for the kids of the future. I don't know what we're going to set up for our kids, for our grandkids. I don't know. It just seems like an awful thing to do if we're going to set it up for something just to say because we didn't earn a tax cut because he's president or something like that. You know, we have to be looking out for the future, not only ourselves, which is the major thing. So, yeah, that's essentially it. But yeah, I'm about to close this up. We're actually reaching the closing time. This was just sort of a test on seeing how the video software and everything goes in this one. Yeah, I'll be releasing more of these, more Crash Bandicoot, a lot of PS1 games. I just got my PlayStation 1 back. I found it again, and I found all these old games I had, like Spiral 1 through 3, whatever. There's a bunch of games here. So, alright, thank you for joining me. This is Dan, aka Soup and Soda. I hope you guys liked this video. If you do, please hit like. If you want to, subscribe. You'll get more videos, all that noise, all those other ad plugs and stuff. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.